Free agency hits the NFL world next week, and while teams will shift focus a bit to that area of the offseason, the NFL draft and the next wave of players to hit the scene still remains one of the top storylines as we get closer to April. I'm Marisa Contipelli with your special NFL draft position preview, Bengals Reports. This week, we stick to the offensive side of the ball and take a look at some of the big names out of the backfield. The top-tier talent in this year's running back class is considered strong according to draft experts, and one that has pretty solid depth. As many as 6 backs have been projected to be taken before the end of the second round. The running back who could be the first one off the board could very well be the first back in FBS history to reach the 6,000-yard rushing mark in 3 seasons. That's Jonathan Taylor. The Wisconsin Badger has the size and power that's desired by NFL coaches. Of his 6,174 rushing yards, 3,921 of them came after contact. Taylor is a guy who can break tackles, but also brings the necessary breakaway speed. The other running back projected to be one of the first backs selected is DeAndre Swift. A compact frame, low center of gravity, and powerful runs, Swift posted back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons to end his Georgia career. Draft experts like his patience, agility, and balance as he's drawn comparisons to LaShawn McCoy. Swift averaged 6.5 yards per carry, but was also a reliable receiver for the Bulldogs, dropping just 3 passes over his collegiate career. J.K. Dobbins broke one of the Ohio State all-time greats, Eddie George's single-season school rushing record in 2019 when he surpassed 2,000 yards. Great vision, patience, and balance are 3 traits experts list to complement his power, decisiveness, and quick feet. The Buckeyes used Dobbins heavily in the passing game as he recorded 645 career receiving yards. Dobbins did not participate in drills at the Combine, but he did post 23 bench press reps, which was good for 5th most of all running backs. At just 20 years old, Cam Akers is one of the youngest prospects in this year's running back class. The converted high school quarterback, who won Mr. Football in the state of Mississippi, has the physical ability to be a 3-down NFL back. He was consistent during his Seminole career, though experts indicate he needs to improve his ball security. Running a 4.47 40 at the Combine, Akers has the speed and quickness and was used often in the Florida State passing game. Here are the other top-rated running backs in this year's draft class. Most of Arizona State's Eno Benjamin's career stats came in 2018 during Herm Edwards' first season at the helm, where Benjamin had 300 touches, running for more than 1,600 yards and 16 touchdowns. LSU's Clyde Edwards-Helaire has a compact frame at just 5'8", but makes up for it in his quickness and agility. Edwards-Helaire averaged 6.6 yards per carry last season and excels in the passing game as he recorded more than 450 receiving yards in 2019. Maryland's Anthony McFarland has dealt with injuries over his career, tallying just 245 attempts in 23 career games. But the youngster has some upside and some speed. McFarland ran a 4.44 40 at the Combine, 4th fastest among all backs. The Pac-12's 2019 Offensive Player of the Year, Utah's Zach Moss, eclipsed the 1,000-yard rushing mark for a 3rd consecutive season. And according to Pro Football Focus, Moss forced the most missed tackles of any other back last season. Florida struggled to run the ball this season, meaning Lamichael Pirine's stats took a bit of a hit, though he still managed to average more than 5 yards per carry. With a lack of run game, Pirine became more involved in the passing attack, catching 40 receptions for 262 yards. He also won MVP of the Orange Bowl after a 138-yard and 3-touchdown performance. Considered an underrated prospect, Keyshawn Vaughn recorded 2 straight 1,000-yard seasons at Vanderbilt. He does a nice job protecting the ball, as Vaughn had 0 fumbles during his college career. Next week, we shift over to the defensive side of the ball as we'll take a look at the secondary and tell you who the top names are at cornerback and safety. Until then, make sure to check backintoBengals.com for all the latest.